Don't lose your way. Your mind, we have to be as one.
What's going on, YouTube? Or Storm here, coming at you guys with another video today. Sorry about the delay on videos, but I wanted to spend Thanksgiving with my family. I've been incredibly busy, this week. However, I thought, it might be high time, to do another video. Today's main topic is going to be hybrid decks. You're going to be watching me play some decks, some games on Yugioh Pro. The main thing we're talking about hybrid decks and how to build them properly, because there seems to be their mindsets out there, people who will play just about anything with anything. And the main reason this topic comes up is metal foes. I think we've all seen, everything metal foes under the sun. I've heard people playing them with frogs. I've heard people playing with ice barriers. The list kind of goes on. And the biggest thing with hybrid decks is you need to pick two archetypes that have synergy with each other and give you a reason to play them together. Now, the deck I'm currently playing is my Dynamis Performapal deck. It's basically the concept was I'm playing the best Dynamis monsters, meaning Patran, Plesios, Spinos, and Rex, and then I'm playing the Performapals, which the synergy is that Performapals are obviously one of the most consistent pendulum engines in Yu-Gi-Oh! But the main reason is as the attack buffing monsters such as Shell Crab, Wizard, Sorcerer's Pendulum Effect, etc. pretty much all have benefits and work well with Dynamis, because Dynamis don't have the greatest attack stats. I mean, you do have, monsters like Dweller that can pump up your monsters, and you do have cards like Plesios that blow your opponents, but it's not always going to be the most consistent thing in the world. So that's one of the reasons why, these archetypes work well together. Another example of something I've been play testing is actually Magispector Wind Witches, which, if you don't know, basically it's a new pendulum engine in it's a new Wind Witches are a new archetype used by Rin in the anime, and it's a pretty interesting archetype. But they actually buffed the archetype from the anime, and the main combo is you have three main monsters, which are Ice Bell, Glass Bell, and Winter Bell. And the main thing is you get a 1-card Crystal Wing, because you can use you can summon what you do is you summon Glass Bell from the deck, and then I'm trying to remember. You activate Ice Bell's effect from hand to summon Glass Bell from the deck. Glass Bell will search your level 1 tuner, and the level 1 tuner, from there you can actually make a Crystal Wing that's immune to destruction by card effects, because that's what the level 1 tuner does for the deck. And it's one of the most consistent ways to play Pendulum. I feel like it's one of the most consistent ways to just in general to play and then you play them with the Magispectors. The main reason is you can get Crystal Wing, and all the Magispectors are wind type monsters, which means some of them can bypass the restriction that Ice Bell and Glass Bell have, because Ice Bell prevents you from special summoning level 5 or higher, and when Ice Bell prevents you summoning anything from the extra deck with level 5 or higher wins, and Glass Bell, when she searches, prevents you from special summoning wind type monsters. So you can still pendulum summon Kieran from the hand, or your Magispector from the hand. You can still summon Kieran from the extra deck, which is really important. And the main thing is you can get Crystal Wing with relative immunity, meaning it can't be destroyed by card effects, but you can also get some Magispector monsters with back row and traps, such as to tribute off of, or with Kieran. And it's a pretty potent hybrid archetype and strategy. And they really work well together. And the same thing, but the main thing is that as far as especially with metal foes, you want to pick archetypes that work together. With an archetype, let's just go with frogs, for example. It's not like frogs are quote unquote bad, but the problem with frogs is that they aren't a lot of with metal foes. It works, but the problem is you don't have many frog monsters that trigger off of being destroyed by you don't have many frog monsters that trigger off being popped by metal foe. I mean, you have Totally Awesome, but why are you popping that with metal foe in the first place? And you also have you have Toad, and you have Dupe Frog, I think, allows you to search when it's popped, but there's not a lot of synergy between the two archetypes, so why are you playing them together? There's always Okay, so, another example was this guy was playing. I think what was it? He's playing. Okay, so this guy's got. I remember, I think in the Metal Foes group, a guy was actually suggesting playing them with Abyss Actors, and it could work. But the thing with Abyss Actors, there's not a lot of, Abyss Actors are one of those archetypes where you kind of want to play mostly pure. And there is something to be said for certain archetypes that are meant to be played mostly pure. Like Fluffles are a great example. Like DDDs are a great example. You don't want too much outside interference, otherwise the archetype doesn't work too well. But the main thing is when you're picking a hybrid archetype, you want to pick something that works well together, and you don't want to just pick something just because Metal Foes seemingly work with everything. You don't want to play them just to play them. So, that comes to the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Later on this weekend, I'll be posting up a video talking about some of my favorite side deck techs of the format. Anyway, guys, always thank you guys for watching. This is Orstorm, signing out.